start with your reading, Libra. This reading is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. Keep in mind that the energies do go both ways, so feel free to interpret the messages, the direction of the messages as the best resonate with your own personal situation. And also, I like to remind you that I'm currently selecting people for free personal readings. Keep watching to know how to get selected. All right, let's see what messages we have for you, Libra. Okay, all right. So the energy in the middle of the reading, the main energy that we are seeing here today is somewhat a conflicting one. We have a Page of Cups wanting to truly come in, connect with you, show you love, open up their heart to you, and just overall spend time together. But on the other end, instead, we see a Nine of Pentacles. Someone who instead wants to focus on themselves, to be independent, and to not have to rely on anyone for anything. And so right here, I see that either someone is already trying to connect with you or will try soon. And your immediate reaction from what I'm seeing so far is how you are focusing on your stability. You're not saying no, but we see how at this point in time, at least, your independency and your ability to provide to yourself everything that you need is one of your main priorities. It's one of the most important things at this point in time. What I see is clearly a sort of temptation because you're not rejecting it. You're just trying to take your time in order to understand how to move forward. Now, in the hidden energies position on which we will look later, we see a Six of Cups. And for some of you, this could be an ex trying to come back and you instead wanting to work on your independency, making sure that they're not going to threaten your stability once again. For some other of you instead, this is just a person coming in who will remind you of that ex, which maybe put you in an uncomfortable and painful position. The type of approach that this person is having right now coming in really feels as intense and beautiful as it felt whenever you started this other relationship in the past. So again, feel free to interpret that as it resonates with your own situation. But what I see here is that your focus is strength. In your focus position, we have a card that talks about wanting to be in control of your instincts, being in control of what you do so that you don't make decisions that you might regret perhaps down the line. I see that here you're trying to be very wise about what you are deciding to do. And perhaps because in the past you had a major disappointment, something that really taught you that it's important to think about what you say and what you do. Something that you want to learn about instead of making that mistake once again, you know? I do see that overall for you, it's not easy to ask for help or have any sort of expectations with people, from people. I see that right here, maybe in the past, a lot of those expectations were usually not met. And so every time that you needed for help or you needed to receive back all the love and care that you always give to people, maybe you didn't see that happening. And this over time taught you that you maybe don't have to rely on other people, that you have yourself. and you should count on that alone. And so whenever love comes back or tries to come back, your immediate instinct might be the one of rejecting it, pushing it away, or at least delaying it as much as possible. In my opinion, what you're trying to do here is testing this situation, this person and their energy. How long will you have this need to connect with me? How long until you decide instead to move away, to move forward and not trying anymore? You're testing that to see if they mean what they say. And for some of you, you're doing this under the light of the sun, being very straightforward about it and knowing that you're doing it. For some other of you, instead, is a very subtle energy inside of you which impacts your decision making. But overall, we see that for you, it's very important to not have a repeat of what happened in the past. Past position, Six of Swords, this is not an easy energy to go through at all. This is actually something that takes a lot out of you. And overall, what you are looking for whenever you're experiencing this is just happiness. You want to move on and find happiness. No matter what the source of happiness, you just need to let go of painful attachments, something that was not good for you at all, and something that you won't be part of your past, never repeating again in the present nor in the future. I do believe that this might have been that turning point. It might have been a time in your life where you realize that maybe people, or at least most people, are not trustworthy. That maybe all you have to rely on is yourself, as we were saying. That is that turning point, and that is what happened, which now it's still impacting how you feel about love, how you feel about connections, and how you feel about this person coming back if this is an ex of yours. And so right here, clearly, you want to make sure that your stability doesn't get jeopardized by anyone. And that really is great. I don't think that you're doing anything wrong here. At the same time, from what we see, this person seems to really be honest right now. I do get an energy, a very honest energy. From the Page of Cups, you don't have, for example, the Knight of Cups or the King of Wands. People more mature that have been going through this before and that sometimes have the tendency to play games or have a strategy to get where they want to get. With the Page of Cups, instead, you see someone very, at times, naive. Someone who believes in love as if they were never hurt before, And the way they see you is clearly with a lot of admiration. Someone who they absolutely can fall in love with in 1 second. And so we see why they want to connect with you. No hidden agendas at all. And soon they will come forward. We will see with a lot of passion and movement. Now, in your strength position, we have the Page of Wands. This is what makes you strong right now if you were to apply this energy to this situation. And the Page of Wands is all about being brave. After going through what you went through, you just shift your focus a little bit, right? You start focusing on the potential red flags. You start focusing on the things that could go wrong. And there is nothing wrong in that. Please don't misinterpret my message. It's absolutely fair, especially considering what you went through. But at the same time, every situation has positive and negative. And this situation in particular is asking you to be brave and to focus on the positive. The Page of Wands is someone who doesn't see the impossible and someone who lets go of the burdens and who's someone who has a free spirit, The power of the Page of Wands is the ability to see the full picture. Therefore, when you really see the full picture here, when you see the situation from an external point of view, You are able to see that because of certain things not working in the past, it doesn't mean that they don't have to work right now in the present. You know, this is the first time that I noticed a star right here at the end of this boat. I've never seen it before. And the star is really about following your intuition, following that light, that tiny light in the dark night sky, not knowing where it's going to take you, but feeling the hope that something is about to change. This star right here is letting me know that a big change is coming into your life, Libra. Something that is truly going to give you what you were looking for, and something that right now is finally a match with you. You're such a giver, and you need to find someone who is able to give you back all that love and passion that you have for people, that care. It's just fair. And I do that this is the time for you to really receive all of that beautiful energy, all those beautiful rewards. In your weakness, we have the High Priestess, trying perhaps to overanalyze situation and stay too passive without making any move, you know? Right here, yes, you are working for your independency, and that's absolutely important. I am the same way. I completely understand that. But for some reason, the cards are saying this is not the time to be passive. This is the time instead to be brave and go for something that might feel scary. In the Hidden Energies position, we have the Eight of Wands. This is what's coming towards you very soon that you might not know about. These are definitely text messages, some sort of good news, someone who now is going to initiate a conversation, which could be another turning point into this situation. This, as you see, is in the opposite direction of the Six of Swords, which I did interpret as a turning point in the past, which made you realize that maybe you cannot rely on people. This feels like the second turning point here, something that will change your mindset once again. And this brings a lot of passion. This brings a lot of love and things that maybe you forgot how beautiful they are. This is that moment where you will experience passion, love, desire, that fire within you once again, and it's beautiful. Definitely an event that you didn't think you were going to experience anytime soon. And so let's look more into this person, because I feel the more you know about the situation, the more details you might get about what this person feels, their true intentions, and how the situation could evolve if you were to give it a chance, the easier it would be for you to let go of that burden and start moving towards this Page of Cups. And so let's look into that Eight of Wands. Let's try to understand what those messages will be about. Let's see what this person wants to tell you, how they feel, their long-term intentions, and let's see, as we were saying, how this connection would evolve if you truly were to give it a chance. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, just follow me in the extended video link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every week I randomly select viewers that have watched the extended video to offer them a free personal 30-minute reading. So make sure to check out the spam folder as well, because I send out emails every Monday morning and sometimes the emails go there. Now stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Libra. What we see here is definitely a very powerful reading, a very powerful message. And you know, one of the hardest things to do in our life is change. Is changing, is going through change. Even when the change is beautiful, we always have a tendency as human beings to resist that change. We are creatures of habit. And for us, sometimes it's easier to stay in a painful situation just because it feels familiar. At times, often actually, We go for what's familiar more than what could be good for us, but we don't know what it's going to be about and how it's going to evolve. And this is clearly one of those times for you, a time where you are presented with a major change. Wow, the world, the star, the star, you remember? You are presented with something absolutely amazing. And if you were to say no to this, it would be a bummer for you. It would be an opportunity, almost like one of those comets that you see once every 100 years, you know? And therefore, it makes it very rare, unique, special, precious. And you do not want to miss out on this. It feels like this is connecting you to a different timeline, a timeline where you can actually be happy with someone, a timeline where that connection is not painful like it has been in the past, a place where you can truly trust the person, love, and be loved in return. So this is clearly a beautiful turning point for you. And in order for you to go for this, clearly there is a need for you to take a risk. And again, it's going to be important to understand and to find out as many details about the situation as possible, so to put you in a position where you will feel more comfortable in doing this. So first of all, let's look into that 8 of Wands. Let's see what this person wants to tell you right now. They have plenty of things to tell you. Let's start from that, and then we will look into what this person really is about and how the situation could evolve if you were to give it a chance. First of all, 8 of Wands. Oh, wow. This gave me goosebumps. So, Libra, this person wants to tell you one thing in particular. And the thing that they want to tell you